The next thing we're going to work with is background image. So we have already put a background color on the body. There's another property that we can do a background and a background image. Okay, now the way you do this is with a URL, and inside here we're going to put the name of the file we want. And we do this with the same way that we do our other relative ones. This is from where you are, find this image. So we know we have to go inside the folder named images, and we're going to use this one that's a little bit opaque, Wise Image 8. So let's go ahead and images. Notice no quotes or anything. wiseimage8.jpg, and I save that and I refresh, and notice there's that image. Wow, and notice what it does, it repeats over and over and over again. Okay, so it has that repeat over and over again. Also notice that it overrides the color, because we already set the color and the image wins when we do that. Well, the fact that backgrounds tile is something that you can control with CSS. The default is that they're repeating, but you can actually change the background repeat. So background repeat, and you can set it, by default it's repeat. I can say no repeat is another value that it can be. So when I do that, I just get 1. So there's the background. It just doesn't repeat. It just shows it in one place. Now, once I'm not repeating, or even if I am repeating, I can choose where the position of that image is. So, I can do background position. And background position, you have 2 values, and it's left, center, right for your vertical positioning. So I want to put this in the center. And then you have the that's the horizontal. Left, center, right is the horizontal positioning. And then you have vertical, right? And your vertical can be top, center, or bottom. So I want this to be at the top. So I say that, and by the way, you can leave either of these out. If you leave them out, then the other one is center. So there I said at the top center is where I want that. Repeat. All right, now that's the position. Now I can change the other values for repeat. There's repeat and no repeat, and I'll show you repeat again. That's the default, and that's where it repeats all over. But now you'll notice a difference. Now it's repeating from the center. Remember that it was repeating before from the top left, which is the default position of where it starts. And now it's starting at the center top. And so we were able to change that with CSS. We can also do repeat X, which is, it only repeats across horizontally. Or we can do repeat Y, and it only repeats vertically. So you have lots of options with the repeat control, what you want to do. One more thing I want to show you before we leave the background is that there is a combination shorthand property that is just background. Oops, you have to spell it right, background. And you can do all of these. Again, let me do the same thing where I just simply comment it out, so none of them are applying. Oops. And then save it. Okay, and we don't have anything in the background, right? I just commented it all out, so we have nothing. But now I can put it all here together. I can put the color, and then just a space, and the URL, and a space, and the repeat value, and it doesn't matter what order you do these in. The browser can tell them all the values apart, so you can put it in whatever order you want. So now I can put all those properties in that single shorthand property background and get it all back again. Okay, now there's my hover still working. All right, so there's background image and background image, background repeat, and background position. Lots of things we can do there. Okay, now the next property we're going to learn is the float property. By the way, go ahead on yours and add all the background properties and make use of all of those. And you don't have to do them exactly like mine, but make sure that you've used all 4 of those properties.